Where the fuck these niggas at, man? I haven't seen them in days. These motherfuckers got me all fucked up down here. These niggas just playing me stupid, they keeping me caged. I'm feeling the rage, going insane. Good enough to eat up their pain, but when I got something to say, they put on my muscle for flexing my muscle, for trying to protect our heart, our word, our morals, our balls, our fam, my pride. Motherfucker, I'm that ride or die. They freezing me out like I ain't put in years. They really don't get it. The reason they hear is me.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Happy Hump Day. Y'all were just hearing the second single that's coming out of Benny Button's new album coming out. No Pages Left. That was Padded Rooms, and we got an ill concept for that video. Whoo! I cannot wait for that. Whoo! We got an ill concept. Chris, you know, está tarde como todo.
¿Tú sabes qué?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?
Estoy tarde, pero estoy aquí y bellísima. Okay, so like.
Philly, how you doing, Phil?
I don't know what was just said.
I'm beautiful. That's what I was saying. I'm late, but I'm beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Fashionably late, basically, you know.
Oh.
How you doing, Phil? How's everything?
Life is good.
Life is good.
Life is great, actually.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear it.
You've been busy.
Of course, dude. Come on, every day. Every day I'm hustling.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know, I had to wear my 50 Cent Wingster.
That's what that is.
My 50 Cent Wingster, you know, vest now, bringing it back to the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know I still even had this. I was like,
You just found it?
yeah, I found it.
I love it when that happens.
I
So.
found it in my maleta. I was like,
Oh,
shit.
right. It'd be bringing you back. You're like, okay.
Okay, got
It's like you just went shopping.
Yeah, yeah. How you been, Chris?
Good. Busy. I
Busy?
mean, I think that summertime is kind of busy for a lot of people.
How's the kids?
Busy. It's just everything's busy.
That's
You
what's
know,
up.
I'm trying to balance them and trying to like, you know,
How's
have
your-
them not just be at home. Take
How's
them
your
out
new job?
sometimes.
How you like it?
Good.
How you
I'm
like
loving it.
You
I
loving
am.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Massage therapist, you know, hit
Back
her up.
in the
Hit her
industry.
up, hit her
Yeah.
up. Uh-oh.
Mm,
Woo.
yeah.
Philly, you ready? Oh, Philly's always like, Jesus Lord, Philly.
I mean, you know, he's like playing a lot of different roles, so
Yeah,
I give him slack.
does. We started filming Saturday.
That's what happens when we start
and
last
I heard
second.
it was good.
It was. I did a little.
Listen,
you know,
don't start with me. I just cut you some slack. I was like, man, he does so much. Wow, how awesome. And you
I
won't
did a
talk
little
about me
boo boo.
being
I did a
late.
little boo boo on Saturday. I did a
What
little
happened?
because I was the sound boom mic guy, and you know my actor Lorenzo, one take wonder. It was easy. Got-
Oh, good.
So then,
I can't promise that.
as we were filming, Paul, the cameraman, goes, "Why doesn't it sound right? What's going on?"
Oh no. How many scenes though?
So-
Hold on.
We did first take. We probably to be safe side. You want to do like 3 to 4.
Okay.
Takes.
Yeah.
Then we did the other second scene. It was like 3 to 4 takes, but it was just like it was quick. So he's like, something's not wrong. He was like, Meatball, come here. So he calls me Meatball. So then he looks at it, he's like, did you touch this? I'm like, touch what? Did you touch the end of the stick? I said, I don't know. I don't know if I bumped into anything. The whole entire time, the mic was off.
Oh no. How many scenes? How many scenes did they have to redo because
So
of that?
we had to do the whole entire scene again.
Oh no.
So then when we did the whole entire scene again, he was like, see? That's why. It was the mic was fucking off the whole entire time.
It was you.
And Kalen was there because he's the BTS taking the photo shoots and behind the scenes. and it was just so funny.
I'm so glad that you know Kaylin. Kaylin is an OG in my world.
Of course.
So that's
OG.
how they know each other, Chris.
OG.
So Kaylin knew Podcast Doctor before Podcast Doctor was Podcast Doctor.
Neat.
So
I love those
been-
kind of relationships.
So
He's
yeah,
been around
and
for a
we
minute.
we both from the 757.
What? 757 Virginia?
Yeah, I think we went to the same high school or some shit like
That's
that.
crazy,
I don't
right?
know, yeah.
You never know. Did you guys graduate?
No, Kaylin's a little bit older than me, but yeah. So he.
But like how old though? You never know if he was a senior and you was a freshman.
What?
No,
Or-
Kaylin.
You ain't gotta be putting people's business out there like that. What's wrong with you?
I gotta give Kaylin some props though. Kaylin's like 44, but he still looks like he's probably in his early 30s.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
44,
I would say mid 30s.
45. He's 45, but he looks like he's 35,
And he don't.
Yeah.
And he don't even.
and he's Asian.
No, for real?
What is that even? What was that supposed to add to the conversation?
Because
And he's Asian.
I know that sounded really
If
racist.
anything, I would say that's why he looks younger.
That's what I was alluding to.
Okay, but you didn't say it
because
like
I
that.
know
You know,
because,
fact.
You're
because
like, he looks younger
because-
and he's Asian.
because with Asians they either don't age or they
Correct.
really age.
Nah, I feel like they age like at like 80.
I know they either don't age
they start,
and then
like,
they
Then
get
they
to
look
the 80,
100.
or they just look old. Or
That's
it's either-
facts,
it's
though.
Nah,
either
I don't
or.
feel like it's an old.
That's facts.
I feel like they always look young.
Phil, I need you to get something.
They
You
age
ready?
very well.
I think we are ready.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, we got a little special something that Chris definitely didn't know nothing about this, but
They leave me out the loop, y'all. I just
Let's-
want you to know.
No, he
So
does it to
whenever
me
something
too.
happens-
He does it to me too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, Chantel be pissed. Chantel.
Yo, I never know what's
she be-
happening. I sit here and it's like, surprise.
Yeah. Well, get ready for the surprise.
All right.
All right, so everybody, yesterday was Chris's birthday, so let's give it to her. Day
Thank you.
Phil, you're supposed to grab the cake, Phil.
I'll get it.
Jesus Lord.
There's a cake.
There's a cake. There's a cake. The boss gotta get you a cake,
Oh, that's so sweet.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. I do love cake.
He was literally trying to find you. Like, we don't want to get flagged, so what the hell song do I use?
Hang tight.
Oh,
Hey, if you're watching, comment because I haven't seen anybody.
Yeah, if you watching, comment what's going on, everybody. How y'all doing? Yesterday was Chris's birthday.
make sure
Everybody
we
say
good.
happy birthday to her. I think she turned 33,
thank
35,
you.
36. I don't
Thank
know.
you. You're close. Thank you.
Yeah, we got people watching. So.
Well, oh, you wanted me to correct you?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Hang tight.
You were around the ballpark.
I believe it's 33.
Thank you.
I believe it's. She's not gonna say because she's like, I'm not about to tell you my age. I'm not putting
That
my
ain't none
age
of your
out there.
business.
But you said put it behind there. Jesus Lord is right there. Like where the plastic fell. The underneath the bar where the plastic bag is on top.
Playing hide and seek right now.
I just mío, este hombre.
I also want to say,
Hey.
aw, it's a pretty cake. It's so pretty. Aw, thank you.
Bring it over here.
Aw, let's see it.
Can
Oh, you want to
open-
give me
can
a
you-
fork? I
can
will
you
eat
open
some
it?
now.
Can you
I have
open
no
it?
problem with that.
Can you open it?
Yeah.
Can you
No,
see?
you're
it?
supposed to like open it
Yeah.
so that
So I swear, Phil, if you drop that cake,
It's not Zinni.
no, because of the plastic on top.
yes.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Phil. Come on, Phil.
I am not a maid.
Please
So what
be
you?
nice. Have manners.
So what you doing for your birthday?
What did I do for my birthday?
What did you do and what plans
it
you got
was-
this weekend?
So
Like,
actually, I had like a whole weekend kind of planned out. So Friday I went to a show. That was a gift for me, and it was really awesome. It was a Harry Potter orchestra at the Dr.
snap.
Phillips. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun there. And then that's really sweet. That's cute. And then Saturday, I booked a glass blowing class.
Oh, what?
A glass blowing class.
Okay, what is that?
It's like you learn to like mold and make things out of glass. You, like,
Oh, that's what I saw
but
you
this one was
doing
on a torch.
I saw you like if you was like it was like you was welding type shit.
Kind of, yeah.
I was like, okay,
And so
what's
like,
she doing?
yeah, I love that kind of stuff. I love taking classes. I love like learning new things. I'm super like artsy and so. Anyways,
Okay.
that was Saturday. Sunday, Am I lying? I'm lying. Saturday, I didn't do anything. Did I not do anything? No, I took my kids to the movies. I wanted to do something with them. And then Sunday, I chilled with them. And then I went to that class. And then Monday, what I do Monday?
No adult drinks, no partying.
No adult partings. But, so then Tuesday I went kayaking because that's my happy place. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
That's my happy place. That's what I wanted to do for my birthday. I wanted to be on the water on my birthday, and I was.
That's well,
yeah.
your birthday was yesterday, so you still got this weekend. So
you're right, actually. So I have like the adult stuff planned for my
weekend?
birthday this weekend. So
Okay.
I have a brunch planned with some friends. So that's when the drinking will happen.
You partying? You going out at night?
No, it's just brunch, but it's it's one of those brunches. Why are you
Dios
looking at me
mío.
like that?
Ay, Dios mío.
Thank you, Exa.
Ay, Dios mío.
What do you
Oh, my
mean?
No
I don't want to
clubbing?
go clubbing. I do that every so often, I just
It's
don't
your
want
birthday.
to.
What the hell?
Author just said hello.
Yo, stop that.
You didn't hear that just now?
I didn't. What was
You
it?
didn't hear the thump?
That was
my-
me. You see,
No,
ustedes
no.
son tan.
No,
Look, I
no.
went like this.
No,
and
it was
went
it was in the back room.
Okay.
Jay's
Well, he wanted to
Hey.
celebrate too.
For real, right?
Yeah.
Dominic, what's going on? What's going on?
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are so sweet. Look at that. You know what's funny? My kids got me a cake for my birthday yesterday. And so like I came out to the kitchen to like go get some cake and it was like all gone.
Oh,
They ate it all.
They ate that shit. It's like we don't care. Mommy's birthday. We eating the shit.
No, that's
Like we
that's
dogging it
them.
up. That's it.
They literally it left me like a little piece like that, and I was like, "Wow, y'all." They're like, "Oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me." It
Mal,
wasn't me."
what type of cake is this?
I don't know, but it's so pretty. Y'all were supposed to show it to the camera before you cut it.
We took some pictures.
Yeah, he did. Took some pictures. I'll send it to
Just look at her eat.
Yeah, because Chris loves to
goodness
eat.
And let's all just go.
Wow,
You
just-
guys,
Everybody just knows that shit, don't they?
like, you guys already know.
I do love to
Food
eat. So
is her
what?
number one.
That's her love
thing.
language, man.
That's
That
her
is my love language.
So,
one of them.
all y'all ladies out there, all y'all females out there, y'all want to holler at Chris, y'all gotta take her on a nice date. Yeah,
Not Cheesecake Factory
Food,
though.
really.
Remember that. Remember that. We can't. That's a no.
That's a no. Cheesecake Factory is a
Okay,
no-no.
but I explained why.
Yeah, I'm not.
Just
We're
for
not
me.
doubting it. We're just saying that's what you picked. No Cheesecake Factory.
No Cheesecake Factory, sorry.
Do you like elotes?
I do like elotes.
I love elotes.
I mean, I have to be in the mood for one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't really like the chile on there. But I don't like spicy stuff, so
Oh.
Yeah, because you said you don't like spicy stuff like that.
yeah, I don't.
Okay.
And it's kind of annoying because there are some things that I like. I don't know.
And that you can't.
like,
Some things that you like and you just can't have.
I don't like that when the spice overtakes the flavor.
Yeah, that's because it's
So I'm
bad.
like, what's the point
Okay.
of my mouth burning?
Yeah, some
Burning,
people
yeah.
just like the heat
I don't know,
over
I
the
hate my
taste.
mom.
That's
Yeah,
so stupid.
see, and I
Like,
like
what
the
the fuck?
taste, and
Yeah.
a lot of spicy shit is just too spicy.
Man,
Maybe
I
I'm
did
just
the one chip.
sensitive.
I did the one chip challenge before.
Nah, I would never.
The one,
And-
oh yeah, I
and that
remember that.
was-
I think did we do that on here too? On the last season?
No, I would no.
No, right?
I-
But we did something spicy like that.
Don't ask me
I
to
don't
do that.
No, I would never put
You would have to
anybody
put like
through
a
that.
disclaimer.
I would
right?
never put
like
anybody through that again. No.
Like a don't sue me.
I
thing.
remember that he showed me he did that. Oh hell no! I was like, nah, you good, you got that. 'Cause
You know what I would do? One of those sour ones though. Those sour challenges.
the sour challenges.
Yeah, buddy.
There's got to be like a threshold though, right? For sour.
There's a sour challenge. I
yeah.
forgot what
But I'm
it.
saying there's got to be like a limit of how much our tongues can
Can
Handle.
take can handle.
Oh, yeah.
when it comes to sour. Now,
I mean, think about it.
heat's gotta be
Sour
different.
is sour is like an acidic, right? So like,
burns your
to
tongue
what
off.
point, right? Is it before it burns your fucking tongue off? I don't know.
You see Chris.
Damn, y'all just having the camera all up on me.
Go ahead, eat it.
Oh, all up. She's like,
Listen. Ooh, calm down. You ain't paid for this shit.
you always got to put the song too. Put that sound on.
Thank you, y'all.
We
yeah,
can
that's
charge
sweet.
for that.
So today's episode is a two-part question, two-part topic. First one is self-help, and then the other one is manipulators.
I feel like we could stay all like the whole time on just one of those.
On one, that's why we did both because you can infacture both of them.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they can go together.
Yep.
You're gonna need some self-help if you deal with manipulators.
There you go. See, so self-help. They to me, there's a lot of people out there that like to do stuff on their own. Even they can have a whole bunch on their plate, and they won't ask for that a little bit of help, because to them it's like other people look at you like if you ask for any type of little help, other people look at you like different, like
Is that how you feel? Is that what you're trying to say?
not
Do you feel comfortable asking for help?
90% of the time, hell no.
No. Do you feel that that's because like you've been disappointed continuously, so you like eventually just learn not to ask for help?
Not to ask for help, just deal with it.
Because some people, I feel like some people don't ask for help because they've been disappointed so often that it's almost like too much. Yeah, too much, so that they don't feel like they just don't want to be disappointed again. So why ask for help?
I agree.
However, I think that other people don't ask for help out of pride.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think
ego,
that
their
not
ego
everyone,
kicks in like, nah, I can handle this. I can do this all on my.
Yeah, they
all on
see
my
it as a
own.
weakness.
and they see it and the person that you never know that the person that you ask help
Well,
might look
moving?
at you.
Who's moving the camera? Author, what are you doing, Author?
Yo, stop playing. Yo, I swear to God, Phil.
Kayla, you see that shit? Look at the TV screen.
Phil,
You
stop,
were moving.
Stop playing.
No, you are moving a little bit.
What the fuck is happening?
I swear.
That one.
Excuse me, sir. It's not very nice. We're really trying to like.
Yo, guys, we got a ghost in here, yo.
You leave him alone. I'm telling you, leave him alone.
Author, we're sorry.
Facts. Or we don't know what we did, but we sorry. I'm sorry.
Whoa. What is happening?
I don't know, but he keeps moving the damn shit. And
Can you lock the wheels?
we need some fucking what's that show? Ghost Adventures up in here.
Dude, yo, look at this. Nobody's touching.
No.
Cause look, she's there. The camera is on Chris's left. But like, what the?
But you are moving.
Bro, stop playing.
Yo, what is going on?
You got him pissed today.
He was knocking on the window earlier, guys. We thought it was Chris.
Now we do gotta.
I should do that.
We do gotta alter that.
So,
Arthur, sir, we're trying to like film.
yeah. So long story short, for guys watching, we operate here in a mall, right? So I have a room in the mall, not a room, a store in the mall, and the store next door. Back before we moved in, there was a guy. His name was Arthur. He passed away in the store. Right, and he was there for a couple of days, and we moved in shortly afterwards. And then some minor things would happen. Some of the lights would get turned on and off in here.
Yeah.
Sometimes my phones would get thrown off of their chargers in the walls, or we would hear loud thumps, like Kaylin heard earlier, and me and Mal heard it earlier too with the window knocking. But
and we thought it was Chris that was knocking on the window.
It's just been minor stuff. But that you guys all saw that. You guys all saw that. So that's so yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, back to the self-help. So I wanted to say this before I forget. I think with me, the reason why I don't ask for help a lot, not because I get disappointed in people. It's just I think that the way that my brain works, it's hard for me to explain how I need the help.
Okay.
So it could be from anxiety, could be from ADHD, could just be I don't know how to properly ask for help, because when I try to explain something to somebody, they won't understand how I'm explaining it, and then they just get frustrated.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, so
as
then,
being a reason why.
yeah, so
that
then,
makes sense.
So then I just don't ask.
Okay.
Because you think it's easier.
Yeah, let me just do it myself instead of me having to explain something to you when I could have not spent the time explaining you how I needed the help when I could have just did it.
Okay, but that sounds like when you need help for something like complicated. Can you like ask for help for like things that aren't so complicated?
You mean like business wise or just in general?
Just in
Sure,
general.
just in general.
Well, I have
Like-
learned now that I definitely have the resources to now ask for help. But I think my main issue was what I mentioned earlier.
So
Okay.
even if you have the resource, do you sometime fall back still on asking for help, even though that you have the resource, because you have every type of resource. Do you still pause yourself of asking for help?
Yeah, I do.
Is it out of habit?
Out of habit and also disappointment too,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I have this not just this doubt in the back of my mind. I'm like, I always have. Maybe it is a self doubt or imposter syndrome or failure thing where I'm just like, oh man, I don't want you to actually see me exposed or see me as I need help.
Yep.
You know, so
That's a pride thing.
so I put
right there.
I put my wall up
Yeah.
because I'm supposed to be this person up here. I don't want you to see me down here.
You see it as a weakness.
Yeah.
So
I think it's like a mixture for you then, huh?
Yeah. So Jay said, raise your mic up a little bit. Okay, Chris. Chris, say something.
Hello.
There we
Is
go.
that better?
Jay, let us know. Anyway, but yeah, I'm probably that way, and I don't think negatively out of pride thing. I just think that I
don't think pride is always a negative thing.
yeah,
It can affect us in different ways.
because I did get here, and this is ego. I did get here on the doubts of people. So like people doubted me a lot.
So you feel like you have to keep proving yourself?
You have
Is that
to-
what you're saying?
yeah,
I
Do you
would
feel the
agree.
same way?
Yeah, I feel the same way.
bingo, Chris.
I would have
Let
to-
her cook. Let her cook.
Let him cook.
I don't think pride is.
Let him cook now.
Yeah.
Let him
Affect
cook.
us in different ways.
Yeah, he's with the sound. I think it's the same way for me that you have. Like for me, I have to keep proving myself, improving myself. Now,
So Dominic has a comment. It's a little longer, so I'll read
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But he says that I never ask for help just because when you do ask for help in the long run, they will throw it in your face
yes,
and say it. If it wasn't because of them, you won't be in a position because of them.
that's another fucking reason as well. Because a lot of fucking people like to throw that shit back in your fucking face.
I hate that.
So don't even bother helping if you
Well,
that
because
person
help should come from a very genuine place.
a
But then again,
genuine place.
that comes from like knowing who to ask. I don't think that has to do with. I think you have to know who to ask for certain things. You can't ask everybody for help for everything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if you know somebody is stingy with money, maybe that's the wrong person to ask, if you're in a bind, but maybe they're the right person to ask for help with moving because it isn't money related. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
so
sometimes
it's-
I think we
it's
need to learn
different
how to
things.
like categorize people in our lives. I think that's really important.
Okay, and for you, do you when you if you ask for help or does that even cross your mind?
So, moment of honesty. I don't ask for help in a lot of things. I think that it's out of habit more than anything because I don't find myself very prideful in that way. Don't get me wrong, we all deal with pride in some way or another.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that it's a weakness because I'll tell you what, if anybody asks me for help, I never see that person as weak. I'm like, wow, how amazing is it that you came to me for help? Like I honor that, right? However, I find it very hard to, and it's out of habit. I know that very well, and it's out of the whole disappointment thing. And I don't think that I really have people in my life right now. Like I think I've mentioned it a few times. Like I'm kind of starting all over these
all over
last
again.
few years, and
Yep.
that's relationally as well. So it's like I've been struggling, even if I'm like struggling like with the kids or like financially, and or moving or whatever, which I have been these last few years. I just don't think that I've had the people to ask for help. Or I think my biggest thing when asking for help is I don't want to be a burden to other people. That's my biggest thing. So it's like if I think I can somehow, even if I'm killing myself, trying to do it myself, if I know that I can do it, I'd rather that than have to bother someone else or make them feel like they have to fit me in their schedule or, so I think
he
that's
just get
my
up?
biggest part.
Is he dying? Is the ghost getting him?
Mm-hmm.
Is he dying? Is the ghost getting him?
Mm-hmm.
Is the ghost getting him?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to him? I didn't even give him any cake.
He's good. He's good.
How can you choke on invisible dicks?
It's the 50-cent pack.
I know.
Oh my God.
You okay, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez, we're all having all types of stuff today.
For real, right? Like what the?
Anyway,
was pissed.
well, no, Chris. So let me ask you this though: when you got divorced, was it harder for you to ask for help now that you weren't associated with your ex-husband?
No, I think that I've had a problem asking for help well before that.
Way before that, even when you was in your
Correct.
marriage.
Yeah, I was just so used to doing things alone and by
Okay.
myself that out of habit I just didn't. And I think if I ever had to ask for help while I was married, I'd see that as like, why
aren't
should
you-
I need help
Mm-hmm.
from someone who's outside of this partnership, right?
Okay.
So I think out of habit. And still that same, like, I don't want to be a burden to someone else, that still followed me. Like, that's very from before. Like, I don't want to bother someone. I don't want to be a burden to anybody. Like, I was like, if I can figure out how to do it myself, I'm going to do it myself. And it doesn't matter if it takes me, like, for example, moving. I will do that over the span of months over doing it in like a weekend just because I don't have to ask somebody for help.
And Mal,
my
since
God.
I think we all know your life story and stuff. You've had issues with your health and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What about you though? Since you've gone through some health issues that you couldn't really, you needed help,
Uh huh.
right?
Yeah.
So, someone who's gone through that, is it harder for you to, or is it easier for you to ask for
No,
help
it
now
was-
because you're not even in control of that stuff?
I'm not, and that's the thing when you're not in control. Is a trigger for you. Is a trigger for me when I'm not in control. Is a
Yeah.
trigger for me. So since I had to go through like 8 doctors before I went to my 9th one, it was just like every
I feel
single.
you, Chantal.
It was just like every single one that I went to was just like, okay, now you about to give me another runaround. All right, just get it over with.
That's
and,
how we are with our sons.
So
Yeah.
when I finally went to my last one, and when he told me everything that I needed to hear, and they finally diagnosed everything the correct way, like him, it was a big relief. But it was still, even though he told me, it was like I have to see it to believe it. So it was still that I'm not sure. Are you really helping me the right way? Even though
You had that doubt.
I had that doubt, and till this day, I still have that doubt because you don't. For me, I don't know if I'm gonna when I go to bed. Because my heart did stop when I was sleeping. So it's like you don't know, and it's like, damn, what if this happens? And like when you go to sleep, when you're talking on the phone and you hang up the phone, it's like,
Yeah. I think everybody's like that though, right? It's just that you have a condition that makes that reality
like
more obvious
more
for you.
obvious, yeah.
Whereas like but if anybody really thinks about it, like, no, I can go to sleep and not have tomorrow. Like, no, like this could be my last phone call with this person. This could be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we hate to think that way, but I don't mind thinking that way. I think it makes me a lot more grateful for life. And I'm a huge gratitude person. I'm constantly grateful. When things are shitty, I'm still grateful. Like, I'm just like,
you have to be.
You have to be, exactly, because I don't like to say it could be worse because I feel like it's dismissive of what you're going through now, but it's just a matter of like, God, you have, like, what you do have right now is beautiful. And if you can't see the beauty in what you do have, then I don't know, like,
It's just it is true.
Now, your sister said something here. She said that, just jumping in, so I missed a lot. However, there is also a difference between asking for help and taking advantage. So
for sure.
Does she mean like asking too much for help because people will help you, or is she talking about the other way around? I'm guessing she's talking about people who ask.
I'm going to
help all
go
the
with that
time.
one
She's probably
for now.
She's probably saying it as if like you like she's probably saying it like I go to you for help all the time, and I already know
I'm the helping person. And you know what? I am a helping person. I had to learn how to like take a step back and be like, yo, like what you're asking from me is now like because you're expecting it. Expecting because I am a giving person in that way. Like I would move my plans around to help other people. But you know what's funny is what you said with your health condition, that it made like you had a control problem. I feel like that's when I learned to ask for help, was when I literally lost all control. When you had no control. Right. I had no control. I had no way of making it, you know, whether it was financially, whether it was anything else, that took that pride away from me. I'm gonna tell you that. Like that humbled me is what I'm trying to say. Like life and God humbled me so that I knew how to ask for help. So I'm capable of it now, whereas before I think I did have like a little pride in me that was like, ooh, I don't want to really ask for help because it makes me look a certain type of way. Now it's like, you know what? I've seen like, you know, I've been at the bottom, and I know it's not because, you know, I'm this terrible person. So it's like, why would I look at other people like that? You know, but, you know, shit happens, life happens. And so like, I'm nobody. Like if you come to me asking for help for anything, it's like, I'm nobody to judge you for where you're at, you know, and I'd love to see you doing better. Right. And how can I help you do better? Right. And I think, you know, in giving forward too. So I think this is my perspective. I think everything that you do and you give will always come back to you, whether that's good or bad. So in any case, with people who have taken advantage of me, right, I try not to hold that as to if I'm going to continue helping. Maybe not that person, right? But like, I'm not going to change that about me because I know that help is going to come back to me in some way, shape, form, whatever, whether I ask for it or not. I think it's going to come back to me. I'm going to
jump off on a little bit of a limb here because you guys ever have those friends who do a lot of, they go through a lot and they always choose you to trauma dump on them? And then you're always the one helping them, right? Because you're their friend, you love them, you know, you're all that. Is there ever a point to where you can feel comfortable saying no?
Absolutely.
Or hey, this is a little bit overwhelming for me. Yeah. And how do we say that, A, without hurting the friendship, and B, standing our ground?
It's to me
because we don't have
it's a learning curve. It's
boundaries.
A learning curve. It's boundaries, but it's a learning curve where the person that you're asking the help for all the time, and they say no, and you look at them like, damn, for real, you're saying no to me, like are they really your friend? You have to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet by. Instead of keep asking the same person over and over that you know that you expect them to say yes. But it's okay. Guarantee. There's no guarantee, but it's okay if they say no, and you can't fault them.
I think there's two people in that relationship, right? If we're talking about a friendship, and there's no guarantee that the friendship is not going to suffer in some way. You're hoping that in your setting boundaries that your friend will be open and willing to accept your boundaries. And I heard something about boundaries that I absolutely loved, and I don't think I'm going to say it right, and I can't tell you who I heard it from. It's probably one of the many books that I've read.
Let's just say Donald Trump
said it. It's not mine. Donald Trump probably did not say it because it has to do with boundaries. So
nobody knows boundaries like me. Everybody knows the boundaries. I break all boundaries.
A boundary is not something to keep people away from you. It's teaching people how to stay in your life.
Okay.
Ooh, shit. So hold on. Can you say that again? Because this has got to be a clip.
Yeah,
so a boundary is not a way to keep people away from you. It's teaching people how to stay in your life. So it's not like a wall. A boundary is not a wall. I think we so often see boundaries as like walls. Don't cross here, right? This is my boundary. Don't cross this. It's really more of like
a door, a
fence with an opening, right? This is how you can remain in my life, as long as you respect that there's a door here, and I don't want you to enter this door, right? And so I think that's really important to see boundaries as not something that is keeping people away from you or like pushing people out. And if you see that in your relationships, like sometimes it's hard to listen. Like if your partner comes to you with a new boundary and you guys have been like dating for a long time, or friends who've been friends for a long time, and somebody comes to you with a boundary, and you're like, whoa, it hasn't been like this before. So you see it as like this person's pushing me away. Like, I'm not allowed to do what I used to do.
Damn,
versus someone's, like, even if it's been a long time, someone's saying, hey, things have changed about me and I'm not comfortable in that way anymore. And in order for you to remain in my life, I need you to respect that I just can't do that anymore.
I
Oh,
was fucking deep as fuck. She fucking just cooked right now.
Yeah.
She cooked for
I
2
read
minutes
a
right
lot.
now.
wrong button.
She fucking
Wrong button.
cooked.
There you go.
You gotta hit the right button.
I know. I fucked up.
Jesus, fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you
That's a
fuck.
little
I fucked
awkward.
up.
That,
I fucked up. Well, I got this one.
that's a fucking clip that we're gonna fucking do.
Yeah, I know
and
it's
then
important.
We gonna,
I think it's really important.
because that is very important.
Absolutely. But I think you doing the work or whatever, you remember that and you just hope that the other person will also understand that. And if not, communicate it. I think for a lot of times, like with our friends, especially our old friends that have seen us when we were buck wild to like now trying to be healed versions of ourselves, right? Sometimes some people forget, right? Like the
Yeah.
people who know you the longest will be like, oh, well, you never used to be like that, right? I remember when you were, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
And that's the hardest.
Yes.
I hate that shit when it's like, yo, but I'm not that person
I'm not that
more.
person no more. But
Right.
damn, but don't throw it in my face because I'm not that person no more.
Correct.
Like, what the fuck?
So then it's okay. Teach them. Be like, hey, I understand that's who I used to be. Like, however, I've done a lot of work to be the person I am today. So
but
like,
when you try to teach them, it's like, the fuck you teaching me for? I don't need to learn this shit. So
okay,
it's
well,
like,
you know
okay,
what?
so
And that's
then
this is another clip. Some people don't belong in your lives anymore. It doesn't matter how long they've been there. Okay.
She is cooking today.
I know.
She's fucking cooking today. Diablo.
Nah, but it's true.
Damn, she gained 1 year older and so much wiser.
Hey, baby.
And I know I'm fucking right about the age. She turned 33, damn it. I know I'm fucking right.
23.
23, yeah.
She's
Okay.
23.
Yo, that you definitely cooked on that one. Damn, it's great job. So the next one.
CC exactly that, yeah.
The next one, manipulators.
What about them?
Wait, hold on. Before
What?
Yeah.
we
What?
transition,
Transition.
I did want to talk about like selling self-help, right?
Okay.
I told you this before we went on the air.
Did you?
About-
I
said I don't think the general self-help genre works. I'm now the,
Why?
now
Okay.
I'm only using personal anecdotes here.
Okay.
So I'm not speaking generally because I may be wrong. Who knows? But I want to hear y'all's thoughts. People selling self-help are basing it based off of their own experiences, correct? I mean, that's what I'm
Yes.
assuming, right?
Yes.
And not people's experiences are all going to be different. And so for us to be able to actually want to get or fix ourselves, we actually need to want to do it. And so I think, and a lot of it is just marketing, right? So I feel like a lot of the stories that you hear aren't really genuine too. And it's people trying to make money because it is a business, but I think the whole market of like self-help, I don't think there's a lot of genuine
People giving you the
that,
right advice.
yeah, because they're trying to sell something or a course or a plan or a book.
I think what they're trying to sell is their experience, and they're trying to validate their experience is what it is. Like they're trying to validate that what they went through and how they healed from that is valid and is valuable, and that's what they're trying to sell. So yeah, I would agree that it's marketing. And that not everybody, obviously, it's a huge industry. Of course, there's going to be some people that are in it for the money,
Of
right?
course, there's a lot of people in it for the money.
However, you hit it on the nail. Self-help is really like you have to be in the right space for self-help, right? Because I'll tell you what, I can give you my entire library of books and you could read them and still get nothing out of it if you're not in the right space to receive it or to know how to apply it to your life. And I think that's where, Phil, you were so right when you said that our experiences are all different. However, your job in your self-help or self-healing journey is to take everybody's information, your experience, right, and see how it applies in my life. How can I apply that so that it helps me in my experience, right? So it's not that everyone's experience should be the same. It's more like, hey, let me learn from you in your mistake, or how can I apply that in my life, right? Nobody's going to be able to apply anything in their life unless they're in that position.
And that's the shit that it's okay if I learn something from you and you learn something from me. It's okay, but people don't want to.
It won't be applied in the same way, is what I'm saying.
It won't be applied the same way, but there's egos where, like say you don't have that type of ego, and I don't have an ego, but let's just say me, and
You don't think you have an ego?
No.
I so
Shit.
disagree.
We all do.
I absolutely disagree.
You think I have an ego?
Oh, yes.
I want to hear this and what?
We all do.
First of all, yes, we all have ego present itself in some type of way.
In some type of way,
But
though.
your ego's pretty big.
What?
Oh, you are not Mr. Humble. Like, and then I'm not even saying like humble in like you're cocky or anything. That's not
hell
what
no.
I mean.
I'm definitely not cocky. I know
No.
that.
Put the mic back.
But you got ego. It's okay, you know.
Yeah. So I did have one more thing. I wrote this down too, so I didn't want to forget it here.
Go ahead.
When it comes, so I think this does apply in the whole self-help thing. Is how why is it so easy for us to help somebody else with their problems, but not our own? So I wanted y'all's thoughts. I want the audience thoughts. So I did have a couple of notes here, and so this is just from me writing, right? So based off myself. So fear of change.
Oh, change. Everybody's scared of change.
Fear of change
That's not true.
and being comfortable. You know, we don't.
We'll talk about it.
We don't view ourselves introspectively, so we don't
I
even
agree.
really acknowledge our own problems until we see someone else going through the same thing. So we subconsciously know, but since someone else is going through it, we can talk about it. But when it's on us, we can't really talk about it. This is just me talking. So,
No, I'm listening.
imposter syndrome
Okay.
as well, and what else did I write? And cognitive dissonance. Right? So we can get presented with facts, even though we're spitting the facts to our friend. Nah, it don't apply to me. You know?
That's a lot of
people.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of people though.
Oh yeah, people love to give advice. That don't mean they love to take it.
Yeah. So I think that's why it's easier for people to give advice and not listen to their own advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100% facts. That's
Could you repeat your
everybody.
question? I'm sorry. I was listening and now I forgot what the original question
my
was.
original question was, why is it easier?
Why is it easier?
for us to give advice for someone instead of taking our own advice?
I think I just think it has to do with self-awareness. You know, it's easier to see other people's lack than to see our own. I mean, there's tons of songs about it and everything. Like, it's just easier to see the wrong in other people before seeing the wrong in ourselves. In general, if you've become self-aware and that's something you practice, but I do believe it takes practice, I just think it's easier to be like, oh, I see where you're wrong. Because it takes me out of the equation. Like, I don't feel attacked if I'm telling you what's wrong with you.
So
Like,
it's
that doesn't make me feel any type of way.
So so it's like if you're taking you self-aware, like taking accountability, you know, yourself.
Hold on, they're clowning you in the comments. I'm not putting it on the screen, but
Dang, I'm going to eat some more cake.
Nelsie and Jay and Chantel and
What?
your sister.
I just want to listen.
Now put it out. What they saying?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Here we go.
listen.
I can't.
This is
listen,
my version
I'm-
of popcorn. So
we
go
go.
ahead.
All right,
Keep going.
okay.
Mal, you
I'm
definitely have an ego. I told
How?
you.
Hold on.
How? Hell yeah. Yo,
Hell
I
yes.
want-
And these people know you long time.
And I wanna know how-
you
I
long
wanna know-
time.
what? The
Bulletproof Merce. Hold on, big.
Yo, leave
ego.
my yo, damn Nestle milk and cookies. What are you talking about?
His ego goes from Connecticut to Florida.
Ooh.
And someone's like, "Is that part of the outfit?" Oh, is
No.
that 25 cents?
Yeah, I want to know, how do I have a big ego?
Half pint,
Yo,
dude. They
damn.
bro,
How do I have a big ego?
bro.
I'm on the floor.
Okay, anyway, so
Just not taking it. I mean, it takes a lot for you to be able to take other people's advice, and also to know what advice to take, because everybody giving out advice don't mean that is good advice.
That is good advice.
You ever-
Yeah,
Like,
of
they
course.
could be saying some shit, but
you ever
that
get
shit
advice
may
from a
not.
crackhead?
Yo, not for nothing, but sometimes they got good advice. Okay.
No, I'm still on this shit. How do I have a big ego? I'm still on this shit.
I know you do, Dito.
I'm
Dito,
still
that's
on-
your ego, but it's okay. Hold on. Hold on.
That's a Scorpio thing, right? Damn, she's going back to messages, I think.
No, not messages. What I want to do, what I'm doing, so that nobody thinks I'm being rude, I'm looking up the definition of ego.
Oh shit.
I just want to see. I'm a words person. if y'all didn't know that.
She really, that's, everybody in the comments.
Okay.
What?
A
Ego,
person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance, the part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and the unconscious and is responsible for reality testing and a sense of personal identity. A conscious thinking subject.
So now you got all of it. So where do you elaborate where you think where I have an ego at?
Okay, but I want you to tell me what makes you think you don't have an ego.
I don't think I have an ego. I humble myself. I'm very like
How do you humble yourself?
I'm
The
very
fact that you think you humble yourself is weird. Not for real. Because usually humbling is an outer experience. I'm sorry, y'all. I got frosting all over me.
Bro, look at that.
Kaylin,
You're not
can you give
even
her a paper
self-aware
towel?
of your ego.
Oh no, I don't mind.
Don't listen, sis.
Ooh, you're not even self-aware. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Like what?
Play Beyonce Big Ego.
Yo.
Ooh, are we allowed to do that?
No, we're not allowed to do that.
So-
'Cause we're not about to.
Okay, but just
He's
tell me
about to
how
dance.
you think
Yo, no, see.
you don't have an ego.
I don't think I have an ego. I don't.
Pero por qué? Like that? Why? It's okay. I'm curious.
Let me see.
This is a safe space.
This is not a safe space.
Yeah, this is not.
I am a safe space.
Everything's on the table. Everything goes. I have an ego when it comes to being competitive.
Okay.
I have an ego when it comes to being competitive. Like I want to be I want to be the best. Like no, you're not better. Even though you 6'1", 6'2", whatever, you still not better than me in ball. I'm still that's like
Do you really believe that?
What?
You're short as hell.
I
You're
don't
gonna
give a
go against
fuck.
somebody at 6'2" and you think you're gonna ball better than them?
Yeah,
I've
definitely.
watched him on his lives. He is pretty good.
Okay, definitely.
Okay.
When it
So
comes
you know
to,
your worth. That's okay. I don't think that has to do well. And don't get me wrong, ego is your sense of self-worth to a certain extent, right? So it's not bad knowing your worth. Again, I don't think it's a
ego, and I don't. Let me see. I don't. You're looking at me.
I'm just waiting.
That smile is just waiting for me. Like it's just waiting for. Like,
It's
should I,
easier to
let me
give
just,
advice, yeah, because we don't see our own flaws. I agree.
Okay, I'm very competitive in everything. I hate to lose. When I lose, I get pissed. I don't like to argue. I'm walking. If we argue, and I'm walking away. Yeah, I don't like to argue.
Okay,
I don't. So,
that's interesting.
why?
No, I'm just interested in why you don't like to argue. Like
'Cause-
you just don't like the.
conflict? I don't like
conflict.
Yeah, I don't like.
So how do you resolve conflict?
So
How do you typically resolve conflict?
Crying.
I can see that he's a Scorpio.
Damn.
What? It's a water sign.
Yo,
I'm a water sign too. I get it.
That's it.
Except for I argue. I'm a Cancer, so I'm a little crazy.
So I'll argue if it's a man, I'm arguing with a man. But if it's a female, I'm not arguing with a female.
What's the difference? Whoa, wait a minute.
Females are beneath me. I don't have an ego.
Yeah. No, I just don't.
It's time for you to explain
Damn, Phil.
because I don't know what you meant by that statement. So go
No,
ahead.
so I'm saying if you argue, damn, fucking
Nah,
shit.
You gonna walk into whatever. Nah.
I just put my foot in my mouth right now.
But if it belongs there, it belongs there. So let's hear what you had to say. You wouldn't argue with a woman. Why? Because you don't think they have valid points, or what?
Nah, I'm okay.
I don't argue with anything that bleeds 7 days a week and doesn't die.
Because
Yeah,
we are threatening. I can
No.
totally understand that one.
Cause sometimes it depends on the argument or the discussion of what you guys are talking about, and most of the time,
He's trying so hard to find the right words for
Good.
something
Yeah.
that's still gonna be bad.
Spin it, nigga. Spin it.
So it doesn't. So it really doesn't.
Just say it.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Let
even
that
if-
ego go.
Just say it then. What you
does-
scared for?
I'm not. Sometimes you guys don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Man, nah, I
I'm
don't.
gonna
what
say
it
so. I'm gonna say sometimes. You see, now they really about to come
They
for
gonna
me.
come
That's
for you.
okay. I got y'all.
Now
That's
they-
why I'm
I
here.
gotta turn the comments off.
Now they really about to come for
Nah,
me.
keep going.
So it's like, okay, I'm not even gonna keep bothering.
Bruh.
arguing
Not
this-
even gonna keep bothering.
because we're talking.
All we gotta
Chantel,
do is put on some tacos and we're good.
First of all, Chantel, you like a half an inch taller than me. So
Let her put on some platform shoes and she'll be taller. Leave her alone.
It doesn't matter.
I don't argue with
But-
women because I cannot.
Okay,
communicate
so
on
what
that
you're
level.
saying, correct. What you're saying is that you fail to understand the perspective that most women are bringing to the table, and so therefore you'd rather just walk away and avoid the situation. Is that what you're telling me?
avoid the situation, but to try to still talk about it. But if it's gonna to escalate, then once it starts escalating, I'm walking away. I'm not
Escalating how?
like escalating into like
Are you talking about yelling?
it could be yelling, and it's just like, bro, you're
Okay, so you don't like yelling.
you're doing too much right now.
Doing too
like,
much. So you're
it's just-
uncomfortable with dealing with other people's emotions. Okay, what else?
No, oh my god. Okay, Caleb, don't look at me like that.
Listen, we
No,
can do this all
I'm
day.
not, listen,
I'm just saying.
No, I'm comfortable with your emotions. We can talk about
Yeah.
your emotions, what you're going through. You vent to me. I can.
No, I'm talking about specifically in an argument. If you are in an argument with a woman, they're one, not making sense to you. and
Chantel wants to
two-
call in.
Oh
Well,
Jesus Lord!
I don't. Do you want to do this or no?
Yeah, why not?
She's gonna be like, listen, brother, let me tell you, carajo. No, I already know what the fuck she's gonna say.
Because you got this.
Carajo is gonna be coming out
Right.
her mouth. Watch.
He already knows because he's a man. So you
How
know.
dare you, woman, try to argue with me?
I know.
Lord Mal,
We came first for a reason.
Lord Malvin, you a part of my rib.
Listen, y'all came first because you were a rough draft. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Damn.
I had to throw one out there, damn it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Listen, Mal.
Yo, for real. You hear this shit, yo?
Explosion.
Woo! Yo.
Go ahead, Chantel, call in because if not, my mouth is gonna get reckless.
Her mouth is even worse.
We got to move on though. We got to move on. But go ahead, Chantel. Call in. We can talk, but we got to move on to the next. We're already at an hour already.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That one topic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I figured it would take a while.
Yeah. It's
I mean, they're two separate topics.
two separate topics. Yeah. Is she calling?
I mean, the line's
5,
open.
4, 3, 2, 1. Carajo.
The line's open.
The
Oh,
line's
here she
open.
is.
There you go.
All right. You're live on the air. Who's this?
Chantel, hello.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Oh, see how she got to say hi.
What you mad for?
What's going on, Chantel? What you got to say?
Okay, now,
Oh,
first
Jesus.
of all, little one, let me
Rough draft.
explain why I feel the way that I feel. So you can't even why you have an ego. You can't put into words what your ego is and what it
I don't have
consists
one.
of. You do have one though.
What
That's
is it?
the sad part about it.
What is it?
How do you not know what it is?
What is it? Let me tell me.
How do you not know what it is?
Because
So let's talk about it. So, okay.
So what it sounds like is you got
I
a
know
problem
you.
communicating. That's what it really sounds like
That
to me.
part.
Al.
you know
That part.
No,
Nah,
sometimes
everything
wait,
you've been saying.
Espérate. It's sometimes that I have
That part.
Sometimes, because if I'm talking to certain people, and I'm vibing with you, I'm communicating all day with you, 24/7.
That is a lie because you can't even communicate when it comes to the label. What
That's-
are you talking about?
That's
You
true.
do things off the rip.
That's true.
So explain to me. It is true, don't you?
So Mal,
He
you
does.
need help communicating.
Chantel, he does, right? He just be changing shit and he be like, oh, I thought I told you.
He does whatever, and whatever he wants. Oh, we're having meetings Saturday, Sunday.
this
I
nigga
forgot
be
to
doing-
mention it. Vete pa la mierda, Mal.
Oh, ya
You're lying.
veo.
Mal, this is your intervention, bro.
You're lying.
Okay. See, but that's
Today, I think we need to discuss now.
okay. What?
Or how
But
he
I'm-
forgets to big up his friends. How he forgets to talk about the little people who helped him get there. Those are the egos that you maintain, my love. Let's talk
Oh,
about
dude, right
it.
before we came on the air, he's like, I did all this shit by myself.
Yo, stop. Yo, he's
Oh,
like,
let him tell you. Let him tell you.
you know, he's
He's
I
like,
quit. As a matter of fact, since I'm on the show, I'm gonna put it out there now. I quit. I give you my 2 weeks. I'm
he's
out.
like, fuck everybody. I'm gonna be the movie star. I ain't taking none of these niggas with me.
yo, you know, damn well he's fucking gonna fail you nothing about that. Shit.
I'll send my bill. I'll send my invoice in the mail now. You owe me some money, honey.
Listen.
He's like, I'm taking my
Listen.
merce and going straight to
Yo,
Hollywood.
leave my 50-cent merch alone, okay? Just
I'm
bring it
gonna
back.
take my bulletproof merch that ain't got nothing in there. When you had that on this morning, I was like, "What the fuck? You got a bulletproof?"
Mal's so
vest
small.
on.
Mal's so small. That's actually a pocket.
Listen,
Big ass fucker.
That's actually a little pocket.
yo, first, okay, I can agree with you on that 80%. I can agree with you only 80%. Okay, only 80. But I'm
80%
saying
on what? What are you agreeing with me on?
80% that I do when it comes to the label, I do shit off the wall, and yeah, I could agree. I could
But
agree with
not
you.
that. I think sometimes you don't take into consideration that the people who actually help you. I think
Yes.
I think you're graceful, and I think you're
Listen.
humble, and I do think you love it. But I do think that there are times where you forget where people go out of there, or who really does have your back. Because if a woman comes in, it changes the status quo on what everybody else has done. If that makes sense. And I'm not trying to call you out. It's just kind of throwing that out there. You seem to
Listen,
forget.
but this is a good ass
But I'm gonna say-
friend.
I'm gonna
I'ma
talk
be,
about-
I'ma
No,
be,
definitely.
I'ma be devil's advocate here. If you got people in your life who are willing to call you on your shit, those are people you want to keep in your life.
Of
Because
course.
if they're willing
And
to
I'm always
not
gonna be
sugarcoat
yep,
that shit,
100%.
because I'd rather have people in my life
100%.
that tell me how it is, tell me where I'm doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because that means you give a shit about me. It's the people who are gonna be kissing your ass when you do make it that you got to be careful with.
That part.
Because now that
That
you're
part.
working to get there, those people who are calling you out and saying, hey, you got a problem communicating, you're forgetting about the people. Like, you're not noticing or valuing, where, people have shown up for you, you know? And it's like, your ego don't want to hear it.
100%.
Your ego doesn't want to hear it because you're like, nah, I like those people. I said thank you like 3 days ago. Like, you know what I mean? Your ego doesn't want to hear it, but you're hearing this from someone who's been there for you. And what someone without
And you
a
have
huge
mad
ego
love
would
for
be
him.
like, shit, I'm sorry. Let me see where I have done that, and let me try to do better.
Hot seat again. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm always in the hot seat. Like,
Yeah,
all
but
the
it makes
time.
you uncomfortable. I
But
know it
it's
does.
because
No, it
I,
doesn't.
yes,
true.
it
It's
does.
true.
Your
It's
whole body
100%.
language. Your whole body language.
It don't make me feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
It don't. But she calls me on my shit every day. She got.
Okay,
I
but are you
do.
listening?
Not every day.
Are
Not
you-
every
are
day,
you
but I
taking it
definitely
in?
try.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Are you taking it in? And
No,
are you
you ain't.
improving?
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? Are you improving from what these people are telling you? Honestly, I'm not saying it to be an asshole. I'm saying
No,
like you
it's-
want to sit here and have like self-awareness talks and talks about self-help and
Mhm,
self-healing
mhm.
journey. You can't be that person that you envision yourself to be if you're not making those little steps even right here. And if this is your practice, then this is
Exactly.
where you do it.
Exactly. Okay.
Exactly. And it comes from
And it's
me
fine.
also
All of us have to look in the
being in
mirror.
that same hot seat. Yeah, it's being in that same hot seat and having to reevaluate my decisions and my choices in life and what I failed to do. That's why when I tell you things, it's because I've been through it, I've dealt with it, or it's happened to me, so I see it happening to you. I'm going to be the one to tell you whether you're wrong or right or indifferent, because I don't want you to ever think that if a move is made and it's not where it should go, then you know that you have people on your side that's going to move you the right
Absolutely.
way. So just know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's that. That's all I had to say.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
Of course, always. Thank you, Mal. You still ain't shit. And
My
take that
issue with
mirth off,
him
please.
is he requests things and want them today, and he forgets to have.
That's your sister. Listen, I know it feels uncomfortable.
That's
It feels
true.
uncomfortable, but if you just listen to what these people are saying, because they're
That's-
still around.
That's true. My sister, when I be like, can I, today, carajo, no, what the fuck? I can't do it right now.
Yeah. So then, like, take that into account, like, to be a better person. And I think we all should be trying to be there, but not everybody wants to be a better person, right? We all got shit we got to work on. Like, and sometimes people don't tell us this stuff. Not that they have to, right? Maybe we just don't realize the shit that we do. And so you are in a great position where you have people who care enough to tell you and who are telling you, right? Like, they could keep that shit to themselves. And you're in a place where I think, right, from what I can tell, from, you know, the little time that I've met you, is that you are willing and wanting to become the person that you envision, right?
Yeah.
And so you can't remain who you are. Like, I think that's where that disconnect comes, right? So many times when we want, like, there's this vision that we have for ourselves, but then we think we're so good where we're at because we're getting there. When in reality, in order to get here, we can't still be this person. So this person that we think we're so good with, that shit most of the time is completely gone by the time we get over here.
Definitely, it's still a learning process, and it's you know, to get
all
to
of it's
where,
a learning process.
You know, to get to where you want to be at,
It's not just about things you're doing; it's about the person you're becoming, though. Is what I'm trying to say.
Got you.
And I think that's what Chantel was saying too, because when you get there, right, you are gonna have all these people kissing your ass.
Yeah.
And women and all that shit, because of everything that you're scared of is gonna come to you. You're always talking about how you're scared of women coming to you because of what I have versus who I am.
Okay.
How do you think it's going to be when you actually get to where you want to be? It's not going to go away. That shit's only going to get worse.
It's going to be worse.
The people who are wanting to kiss your ass, the women who want to be with you for just what you have is only going to get worse. So how do you prepare yourself all the way over here? How do you prepare yourself for being that person?
Bro, don't fall for the hawk tour.
You're
The
so
hawk
stupid. I fucking hate that
Don't
shit.
fall for the hawk tour.
I fucking
Yo,
hate
that's
that
just
shit.
been all over TikTok like crazy.
It's so annoying. It's
fall for it.
everywhere.
The hack to
Don't fall for it,
Oh
man.
my god.
Nah, but for real, right? Like,
Yeah,
how do you
definitely.
prepare yourself
It's
to be able to weed out the people who are going to be wanting you for just your shit? You prepare yourself by letting go of your ego and by listening to these people who've been here since day
I
one.
was just gonna say that to have the circle that you
Yeah,
have,
and you
I
keep
have right
that
now.
circle. You appreciate it. You value it. There's value in having those people in your life.
It definitely is.
All right, let's move on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, manipulators. Right? So, how do you know if you're a manipulator?
Ooh.
I think I've met
think we
so
all
many
are just a little bit.
good manipulators.
Because I think we all possess it a little bit, right? Because if you, let's say, if you, for your job, let's say you're a salesperson, you got to be manipulating
Oh,
people,
a
you know what I'm saying?
salesperson for sure has to be.
Any type of sales position, that's just part of your, and I think people take that home with them because that's just a quality that they have. You know, you can be a lawyer, you can be a doctor, you can be a police officer, any type of person that's also in a position of power is a manipulator. Now, I'm not using that term as a negative, derogatory thing. I'm just saying that it is what it is.
The ability to manipulate.
Yeah. I think what this conversation refers to is, are we going to say it's like relationship wise, or are we talking about just like
In general?
In general,
In general.
Like what are we focusing on?
Yeah, in general.
Okay. I think I am. Not to a point where it's like narcissism, but I can be very persuasive, and I can almost be Inception to where I'm like, I can plant an idea in your head and make you think that you came up with that idea. I think I'm very talented at that.
Okay.
But I use that for my
I think the fact
advantage.
that you're aware of it is what makes you the manipulator.
Yeah, I became
Like you.
but I use it to
being
my advantage.
strategic,
for my-
correct.
I use it for my business.
See, but that's okay. So yeah, if we're speaking in general, right? So you're speaking as in business.
Yeah.
So what about in relationship?
Well, when it comes to women, I have absolutely no power. I will. I mean, Mal,
Thank you for your honesty.
Mal, you know my wife.
Listen, I'm right there with you.
You know her. So
I'm right there with you.
I have never had any power. or manipulation skills, or any of that.
Dope.
So I'll be honest with you. I mean, as charismatic as I am, or
I'm gullible as fuck.
as confident as I
You're
am,
gullible.
it just doesn't.
So
work
you think
with that.
people manipulate you in
Oh,
relationships?
Oh hell yeah! What?
Well, hold on. I used to be like that. I used to be naive
Naive. Okay.
to where I was used by those people who needed help a lot, you know, and or people would sell me a bill of goods and I would get scammed or just taken advantage of because I'm kind.
Okay.
You know, that happens a lot. It still happens because I am generally a nice person at heart,
Yeah.
and I want to help people, but I feel like I do get manipulated. But and also I think because I do use it, I can see it now too. So I don't know. It's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you find it useful.
For in a business sense, yeah.
In a business sense.
In a relationship sense, I don't, because if you have to use those tactics on a partner, I don't think that's
Correct.
cool.
Right,
know?
because the whole sense of manipulation, right, is just you focusing so much on your own personal gain that you're willing to disregard someone
His
else's
feelings.
point of view, almost like
What does this mean?
I don't know. Si no se llega viejo. What?
What?
Si no coge consejo, no llega viejo.
No
So it's
lleg-
like if you don't take advice, you don't get old. I've never heard that.
I never heard that either.
Okay.
Am I reading that correctly?
Thanks, Dominic.
I.
Lo estoy leyendo bien.
Okay. All right.
You're talking to You're looking at the worst person.
Oh, you don't read Spanish?
Only certain words. I'm so dead ass.
Oh no, that's fine.
I'm so
I mean,
dead
I read it correctly. I've never heard the saying, and I don't know the equivalent in English. It was, if
Yeah.
you don't take advice, then you don't get old. Is what I'm understanding.
Okay. I think I understand.
Do you
that.
understand it?
Yeah. You
I
only
saw the last part
You
when
mature.
it
You
said
mature when
old,
you
yes.
when you listen.
Oh, I guess. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, that's a better translation in English. I don't think I translated it very well.
Okay. All right.
Some
So yeah.
of the worst.
So yeah, I did a little research on that earlier today too. This is
Research on what? I'm sorry.
just manipulators,
Oh, okay,
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
right?
You know, it's
So I said I the red flags of identifying manipulators, right?
Okay.
This is regarding relationships, okay? So and narcissists actually fall into a lot of that
Oh yeah.
zone. So,
but doesn't
love bombing?
narcissists fall in more in relationship?
Yeah,
than-
I'm talking about relationships.
Narcissists are not just relationships, and because you can have narcissistic parents,
Okay.
you can have narcissistic
Gotcha.
business leaders. I mean,
Okay.
bosses. I
That's
mean, I
true.
guess relationships carry it throughout all of
carry out-
life.
yeah.
However, if you're just talking about dating, nah.
So like love bombing. You guys know what that is, right?
I do.
Charismatic demeanor, someone who's charming, those charming people. Obviously gaslighting, people who deny reality,
Okay.
or they shift
Deny
the
somebody
blame.
else's reality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or they shift the blame a lot. Consistently being dishonest or being not as truthful, or like their stories are inconsistent.
Yeah.
Guilt tripping. Those are the things that people who play the they play the victim a lot.
They play the victim a lot.
Also,
Ooh, I had
emotional blackmail.
Ooh, what's emotional
Oh, blackmail.
blackmail?
So it's.
I mean, I know the sense of like.
So it's like threatening like
Blackmail,
emotional
but-
consequences to get your way.
Can you give me an example?
Okay, so like, you won't give me head. I won't do the things that you like. Because
That sounds like sexual coercion.
it is, but that's the only thing I come up with off the top of my head.
That was the closest to emotional blackmail that you had. Was
to a-
sexual
Because
coercion?
to a man, our pee is very important.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay, when someone touches it, that makes us emotional. But anyway, I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
But I'm trying to think of a prime example of threatening emotional. So like
I'm gonna
like the silent treatment.
Okay, that's
That-
emotional abuse. Okay, yeah,
That's
okay, got
emotional
it. So
abuse.
emotional blackmail, emotional abuse. Got you.
Yeah. Also isolation.
Yeah.
And
That's psychological abuse.
like controlling communication. So like a manipulator is always in control of the conversation.
Yeah, because they want to have their way. Absolutely. Gotcha.
And passive aggressiveness, and that's what I've got. So
Okay.
discuss my team.
So there's a lot that you said in that one that was my previous DV relationship, where if I didn't buy that person certain things, I was a fuckboy, or I was a bad boyfriend, or like, really, I gotta buy it myself, type shit. Like, and if I didn't do it, it would escalate to something bigger, like physically.
Phil needs a hug.
Come hug me, Nelsie.
Yeah, Nelsie, you're gonna have to do it.
Please.
'Cause
She's
I'm a big boy.
So if I didn't do it, that'd be a quick argument on their part, and just me like.
So that's how you were manipulated? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, if I say no, don't do it. All those name calling and everything would, and then I just be like, you know what? I'll just fucking do it.
I'll just do it.
And
so
then,
that's how she got her way.
Yeah, and
Got
then
it.
when I would do it, and they would get drunk or whatever, it became physical, where now she's putting her hands on me and shit, multiple times, and it's just like me just.
So you just went through several forms of abuse, is what you're saying?
Yeah. And then after that, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't, then her switch would be real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, that was not me. And then it's me being gullible. Oh, no, it's all right,
Oh, she'll change.
Well, shit will change, and then next day will happen. It will happen again. And that was a very tough relationship.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Because
Yeah.
it's somebody that I knew growing up. So they're not that person that you knew when you was growing up. They're a whole different person. And you didn't know that person is like this now. And
Well, and maybe not even now. I think that we know people relationally differently. Like, so let's say you have a friend, right? And you've known them their whole life. Not to say that you don't know them, but you don't really know them until you become a partnership with them. Like, you know a whole different side of them at that point.
And
I think that's important to remember, right?
Ooh, that was crazy. Where it was just like slap in the face, punch in the face. If I and I got a freaking cracked over her head with a Henny bottle because I gotta buy this shit now. And
is that why you don't like brown liquor?
He's traumatized. It's a trigger.
that makes a lot of
Hide
sense.
the bottles. Hide the bottles.
So that would be very, and then for me it would be like, fuck, how the fuck do I get out of this now?
Yeah.
Like it took took almost 2 years. It was and to get out of that relationship.
So I think a lot of people.
It was hard.
Yes, it's hard. I think a lot of people are always like, well, why didn't you just get out of the relationship? People ask that to women all the time. I don't think that domestic violence is really talked about among men very often, and it happens.
And if when we don't and we do talk about it, it's like, bro, you couldn't really handle that bitch. All you had to do is just slap that bitch.
That's what a lot of people want to. That's what you guys deal with when you speak about domestic violence, right? And I think in both cases, a lot of people think, why didn't you just leave? And a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to leave
when you're already deep in.
Physically, right? But then also economically, right? Financially, and all the ties, right? I don't think people really realize, and that's just one of those things. When it's like a loss of a parent, divorce, a loss of a child, there's just a certain amount of things that you don't know unless you've gone through just how difficult it is.
There was no ties. No,
but you do have ties. I think people don't realize that when you've lived with people, fear, and I had no resources to get out. Exactly. Like, not only fear and no resources, even when you do have the resources, sometimes you're just so connected. There's an attachment where, like, and especially if you're with a narcissist or with a manipulator, you honestly believe that you cannot be better without them. When I tell people, like, I honestly, to God, did not see myself as attractive at all. Like, the person I was when I was in that marriage versus the person I am now. Like, people are like, you didn't see yourself in the mirror. Like, now I'm like, yes, bitch, I'm a whole ass bad bitch. What? But that's not who I was. Like, right? Yeah, I couldn't be like my funny self. Like, I didn't see value in those things. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy looking back and being like, wow, like, I was this person then, but I just couldn't be that person, right? Like, for whatever reason, I couldn't see myself the way people see me now. Or I don't know if people saw me like that before. I truly, like, I had no concept of that I was an attractive person, whether it was looks or personality. Let me make that clear. Like, I'm not just talking about looks. Like, I truly did not, like, look in the mirror or know myself as an attractive person. Okay. Now, if you were to tell me that, I'd be like,
duh.
Right? Like, so,
now,
and I'm talking
like,
that's looks and personality, baby.
That's ego.
Is that ego or is that just confidence? Okay, because I've been in a place where I literally didn't think anything of myself. And so now that's, I think, what brought in that humbleness now that, yeah, I'm a badass bitch. But, like, I don't ever let that dictate how I treat people. I never let that dictate how yes, I see myself a certain way. However, I never let that dictate how I see other people. Like, you know, maybe I don't 100% think that person is as attractive to me, but I'm never going to be like, truly believe that. I don't know. I believe everybody's very beautiful in their own way. I think that my years of having very little self-value kind of created that humbleness in me that allows me to not take advantage of what I do feel that I have now. I do see a lot of value in me now. So it's not that I have no self-worth, because I'll be damned if I tell you now that I'm not attractive, that I don't have a great personality, that I can't get shit done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much about me now that I can give you a whole list, right? Of like, I'm an amazing person, and I'm okay saying that. Honestly, so because I don't see myself.
You didn't see that.
No. Not at all.
I can definitely agree with you, because when I was married,
in those kinds of relationships,
it was the same shit. When I was married, I would be looking at my life, what the fuck? You fine as hell. What the fuck are you doing with me? Like, how the fuck did I get you? Mm-hmm. And then I mean,
there's a sense of that's still okay in a relationship. You know, you're like, damn,
there are that self-esteem where you just
when you have like no self-worth, that shit is exhausting. And not even people, but
and then when your partner adds onto it, it's even worse.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
And then it just drowns.
It just I don't know that it drowns you. I think it just like confirms what you already think about yourself.
Okay.
Right? And I think, I don't know about you, but for me, that just happened like naturally, right? I got married very young. I was in that marriage for a long time, right?
Yes,
and so
right.
And we've talked about that. And you had, a similar experience where it's like, I don't know that I had a chance to find my self-worth. And it was just like what I had already thought. And let's stack that on what this person was making me feel, right? And that was just validating what I already thought. And it was just like, okay, well then I guess, and that's what you project too. Let me be very clear that the person I project to be, like, so I'm saying, like, had I gone out in that time, I would not have been able to attract the way that I attract people now.
Okay.
Because I do believe that's an energy thing. So had I could have put on the same thing that I'm putting on now and gone out years ago.
You think it would have been?
I don't think I would have attracted.
No?
No. And I look the same way and everything.
And why you think that?
I think it's an energy thing, because now I could be like this. I could be dressed nice. I could be dressed sexy. I could be dressed bummy. And bitch, I'm attracting. And I don't mean that to be cocky. I don't. Yeah. It's my energy. Like I have people, like, you know what I mean? I talk to people all the time. It's fine.
So you think if the way that you was dressing now, the way that you're dressing now, and you think back then you wouldn't do that?
I don't. I don't think that my energy would have attracted people.
No?
No.
So Amber's cooking in the chat here.
What's she saying?
Hold on.
Let him cook.
All right.
Let him
cook now.
All right,
Let
here we
him
go.
cook.
Okay, I got to read it because it's long.
Let him cook.
Okay, she says, I eventually left after I was beaten with just myself and my kids. No money, bank accounts, car, job, phone, anything. And now I'm 100% independent and have everything. And then she says, it took a full year and a half after the relationship ended just to get over the psychological abuse I went through.
Yes.
And then she says, a narcissist will exploit your weaknesses and use them against you, especially after they've made you codependent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that weakness.
Absolutely.
That
I mean, I'm
weakness was
surprised that it
me.
only took a year and a half. I mean, that's really impressive. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have triggers that I'm still dealing with.
Everybody has a lot of triggers that they're
For
still
sure.
dealing with.
With the psychological part of it,
Yes.
absolutely. You know, and especially getting into new relationships or trying like to date again and stuff like that, and learning to trust myself. I think that was my biggest thing. Was like, yes, I have done a lot of healing, a whole lot of fucking
Yep.
healing, and I made sure that I did that. Like that year,
You
that
made
first
sure you
year
did that
afterwards,
yourself.
I read like over 15 self-help books. I'm talking about all the, I'll show you a whole last picture of all those psychology books, everything. I was like, nah, bitch, I'm just not going to be the same after this. And then after that was like the physical work of like meeting people and like learning to trust myself and what I had learned and not getting attached, right? Because yes, when you come out of something that has made you so codependent, it's like you are searching. It's like you're on a drug, and then you stopped using, and then when you start dating again, that's like I'm getting a little taste of that drug, whether it
Okay.
was affection, whether it was attachment or whatever. And now I got to trust myself to like not fiend for that drug in the same ways, right? And so because there's nothing wrong with affection, but when you come out of a relationship where you had to beg for affection, and so that was the only connection you had, you know, and then you go out and now I'm dating and I'm getting attention, right? I have to train my body, who's used to seeing affection as a connection source that gave me a high because that was my only connection source.
Yeah.
And I have to now be like, no, affection is a given. It shouldn't be rationed, right?
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't be begging for it every few months. Like, hey, pay attention to me. Hey, love me, touch me, want to be with me, right? That's not how it should be. So it shouldn't feel like a high. I think a lot of people, and maybe that's a whole nother podcast, right? But learning to date after healing is hard.
It's hard.
Exactly,
'Cause I didn't
because
start-
all those highs that you're used to, you're not feeling those same things in healthy relationships.
Hell no.
You're not feeling that high of like connection. And that's okay. That's where you should be. You should be peaceful. It should bring you comfort. It should be, I think somebody said, "Oh, it feels a little boring." And it's like, why? Because I'm not chasing that codependency, that reaction, that like tug and pull where it's like you ignore me for weeks or months on end, and then you give me attention, and then you ignore me, and then you give me attention. That's creating a chemical imbalance in my fucking head. That's like making me crave it, and when I get it, I feel a high. There's like, that's legit. That's like chemical shit. You know what I mean? In my head.
I'm taking notes.
There's plenty of books. I will send you all of them. I kid you not. Like,
Oh no, these are how-tos. Right?
You're an ass.
I'm gonna be a monster. Oh,
You're an absolute ass.
All right,
Listen,
so you said
I am gonna start like listen, mentorship for anyone who wants to date Phil or anyone like Phil. Just come to me, please. You're gonna need a prepper. You might need some like aftercare.
prepare for the love bombing
Damn.
and distance learning.
Oh gosh.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, no, I'll do distance learning, mentorships, programs or something.
So how long? So for you, when you after you got I know for me, it took me a year, almost two years of healing because everything that I went through, and then the third year, that's when I started like dating again.
I'm on year 3,
or even trying to like, because it's still scary because you don't
So I don't think that healing is ever done. You said that you were
it's
done healing, but I don't think that it, you know what I mean, that you would have been done after year 2. You know what I mean?
So year 3, it's still hard. So even, oh shit, now I'm about to date again.
Yeah.
And now it's like, how do you those feelings are so different because it's just like, I know that baggage I left already over there. I'm not trying to bring that baggage to something new. But in the back of your mind, you still have that like should I trust this person?
Oh, for sure.
Should I go all?
Do I trust myself?
Yeah,
Am I feeling the right things?
Mad, or do you?
Right. Is this attachment or is this healthy? Am I becoming codependent, or because there's a level of, and yes, any partnership, you should be a little codependent. And maybe codependent is the wrong word, but you should be interconnected.
Yes.
Right. I think a lot of it is scary. So I'm on year 3, and I think that there's only a certain amount of healing that you can do by yourself. And most of those triggers don't come up. You have to. That's the whole thing. If you are dealing with healing from a relationship point, right? The only way to continue and finish that healing is in a relationship, because you're not going to have those same triggers triggered while I'm single. Like, I'm not having trust being triggered while I'm single.
True.
Like, I'm not having like those triggers that, you know what I mean, of you know, learning how to just regulate my emotions with another person, and not, you know, like, not overthinking when they say certain things or do certain things, like,
because it's a trigger if they say certain things, and it's just like, now you're looking at that person like, whoa, okay.
I'm so sorry, Amber. I understand. I do. I gotcha.
That it's
hard.
frustrating. It's frustrating, and it's hard. Now, when you're saying
you'll always be the bad person.
When you're, oh yeah, definitely. When especially if they play victim too much. Oh,
yeah.
That's another thing. When I mean they played victim to the T, and it was just like, then now it's just like, you as a person,
you're always gonna be. There's
now
some
you feel
relationships.
You feel sad. Now you feel bad. Like, like, damn, did I really do this? Like,
no,
fuck.
I don't anymore.
Fuck, did I really do that? And then now it's just, they're playing
I remember
that
a
game.
text that I got that it was like, you know, it was going on and on and on and on. And, you know, before that would fuck with my head. And I remember getting it, like, the last one I got, and I was like, And really the only thing that I wrote back was like, I am not that person. Like, the person they were trying to make me out to be, I was like, I'm not that person. I'm just not the person you can manipulate anymore. So it's cool. Like, like, you can say you're always going to be the bad person. You have to make peace with the fact that in their world, you are the bad person. You are the villain.
Oh,
and I'm okay with that.
I will be the villain.
Correct.
I will
Let me be the
Joker.
villain. Hey.
Why so serious?
Listen.
I
have no problem with it. I made peace with that because I know who I am. I think my biggest things have always been, if I know who I am and my kids know who I am 100%, and God knows who I am, I ain't got shit to prove to nobody. To nobody. The right people will be here.
That's facts. What'd you say?
I said the courts aren't stupid. Though.
I mean,
the courts aren't
sometimes
stupid,
that shit is kind of crazy too. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it is, because let me tell you that DV when they left me for dead, and that was 2 days after I had my my new heart surgery where they put the new pacer in, and found them cheating. They left me for dead. The court said, "Oh yeah, it's you."
It's your fault, bro.
My fault. She came in to the police station and was like, he tried to stab me, put a knife in my head. What? Bro, I just got 2 days out the hospital. I am so weak right now. Where the fuck do you think that I'm capable of doing something like that?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I would never do something like that, but
man.
And the police is really looking at them like, damn, she's definitely.
You never know.
I'm
telling you, like, some people really do it well. I'm telling you, especially if they're I'm going to tell you, there are some people who are just manipulative. But when I tell you that a narcissist, and I know that is a hot word right now, and everybody's like, oh, my ex is a narcissist, my ex is a narcissist, my ex is. But when I'm going to tell you something about a real ass narcissist, okay? And I don't think everybody's saying that is a narcissist. I think we all got fucking shit. Some people are just shitty ass people. Okay, I'm talking about a real ass narcissist. So many people like them. A real narcissist, yes, a real narcissist is so charming and so well with their words and their demeanor that people love them. So usually the victim of a narcissist is seen as either the quieter person or the person that, like, what did you do to get them there? Like, what did you do? That was something I got, like, out of my whole situation, and I've only shared a little bit of my situation, and not everybody knows a lot of it, and I don't feel comfortable, like, really, I don't know, like, I have kids and all that stuff, but one thing about it, I remember people saying, "But what did you do?" And I was like, "Are you serious? That's the first
they asked you
question
that?
out of your mouth."
What did you
Instead
do?
of compassion,
Yes.
instead of really seeing what was happening to me.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, because I'm telling you, a real narcissist, and you can read this, and there's this amazing doctor. She's oh God, I think her name starts with an R. I can get you the information. I follow her, and she's like she's a narcissist like specialist and all this stuff. And you know, I listened to her a lot to help me heal, honestly, because it was like you have to unravel what you think about yourself from what they have made you believe that you are.
That you are.
And it's like, this wasn't my fault. Like, I am not that person. I am, you know, you're unraveling all this trauma and everything this person has literally created inside of you to be able to be like, what part of me is still here? And I think that's the part that sucks the most, is like, what about me is still here? And that was my healing process, is really like, that's why I'm so secure in who I am today, because I had to do a whole lot of work to find what
yourself
parts
again.
of myself were still there after all that shit.
And that's hard.
It is so hard.
Fucking hard.
Because it means, what that means is I'm ripping parts of myself out. Parts of myself that were there for years because I was married for so long. Parts of myself that I now believe are myself. Like, and if we think of something growing, right? We think of a plant growing for 12, 13 years. That shit is going to be, it's going to be part of who you are, part of that system, right? And if I am splitting those parts away, right, I'm ripping,
You're
creating.
You're creating something new of yourself.
Oh, man. That shit is painful. I'm
it's
sorry,
hard.
but it was probably one of the worst things I've ever gone through. So grateful for it. Don't get me wrong. I am
Because
so grateful for it.
you learn from.
I became
from it,
this.
and you became.
I
What
became
you are now.
this.
And at Sparkles, like as for
Dr.
me,
Romani.
As for me, when that
Romani, yes, that's her. Thank you for finding that. She's amazing.
That
She's
was
amazing.
Nelsie.
when
Nelsie
that
did
shit
that.
happened,
Thank you, Nelsie. Yeah, I used her so much to just help me just know what was me and what wasn't me. That's so crazy to say, but it's.
yeah. As for me, when all that shit happened and everything raveled, it was just like, wait, you're really arresting me? Like, I've never been arrested in my fucking life.
Yeah, I
Never.
know, life gets kind of
Never.
crazy.
And then when judge goes, oh, in front of this I will, nobody can never never fucking forget this shit. And I had a woman as a judge, and she was, you know, probably like older like 60s, 70s type shit, whatever, and was like, because I went to go put restraining order type shit, because it got to that level, like what the fuck. And in front of the court and everything, she looked at me, and I had proof. When I mean I had proof, my face was fucking bruised from like cracked from like my eye to like the bottom of my eye. I had bite marks all over my hand. I had because he sucker punched me, and then they both just like started beating on me, and the cops even took pictures. And when I brought all that to the court, the lady's gonna look at me, the judge's gonna look at me like, the restraining order is denied because a woman cannot abuse a man. I said, what?
I'm so sorry you had that.
Yo, when
Yeah.
the marshal started walking me out, he was like, get a lawyer. I was just like in fucking shock. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is what really fucking happened.
Yeah.
And then for me to take,
Oh, hell no!
and then for me
agree.
to take a domestic violence class
Yeah.
for fucking 6 fucking months.
Yeah.
6 fucking months. Even though I did not put my hands or nothing on.
Man, I bet you
On
after
that
after
person.
you did that class, you went to punch a bitch. Didn't
But that did, even though I took those classes, that did taught me a lot. That shit taught me a fucking lot. And that's why there's triggers, like you were, like when you were saying that yelling. I'm stepping away, because now
So now I understand a little bit better why you don't like confrontation as well. I mean, it's a trigger for you,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's not like, so it's not a communication issue as much as it's a trigger issue.
Yeah, it's a trigger
But now, I mean,
issue.
as someone who has triggers, you have to find a way to like, to untrigger them,
Yeah.
basically. You know what I mean? To make them not triggers anymore. So like, as I'm dating, right, I'm like finding these triggers, and yes, I am reacting, right? And so my job, and if I find somebody who is also amazing at helping me it's kind of like landmines, right? Like you got to find somebody who's willing to sit there with you and disassemble that fucking bomb so that it's no longer something I can step on in the future and, react to.
And yes, that's
a
true,
good point to end that, guys.
That shit was, whoo, today's episode was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to fucking Chris. Her birthday was fucking yesterday. And I know she's 33. I know that. And we still gonna be doing this gay.
Gay?
This
gay?
We gay.
The gay community.
We still gonna be doing this dating game for Chris. So
for me,
yes,
Chris.
What I mean, what about for you?
Chris,
what you talking about?
Chris, he just doing just women, or you want mix?
No, she's
just women.
Bro, you do not listen when she
I do.
Y'all just keep wanting to push dudes.
I just
on
keep
me.
trying to push dudes on you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
She's like, no.
What if they're
Go
trans?
roll. What are their chances?
No, what if they're trans?
0.
No, what if they are trans?
I'm attracted to women.
Women, studs, women.
Women.
So what if it's a male who transitioned to a woman?
What?
We'll save that for next week.
No, that's fine. Listen, my brother's trans, so I understand. Okay, I want a woman.
She wants a woman.
Okay.
So we about to have that, and I'm not even gonna say
I'm just throwing it.
But
don't mind me.
Amazing episode. I agree, Nelsie. Thank you.
Thank you, Nelsie. We definitely gonna be doing that. I found.
Well, y'all need my permission for this. Hold on, y'all just like planning
First of all,
this
no.
shit.
This is what Mal does.
You agreed.
That's before when we had other people and we were doing it for other people. I will run that shit back. You ain't been. Okay. I was talking about.
I have 2 volunteers
I was
already.
sitting right there. And she was sitting right here, and I was like, ooh, we got people who want to date you. And you're like, we should do a dating game. And I was like, yes, I'll be the judge. What? I'm going to have all these people. And now it's flipped on me?
Yes. I got 2 people already that
really?
That they interested. They interested.
Are we bringing balloons?
I got
what are all the balloons? I've seen them.
You're going to pop the balloons?
I'll say one of them is Dominican. Mm-hmm. And the other one is a white girl.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I can say those 2 I picked very good.
Oh, so you've picked them
I picked very
too.
good. I picked very good. So we trying to look for at least 2
The first date has to be live streamed.
When is this gonna be?
Huh?
Hold on. When is this gonna be?
Because you want to be ready. We can probably. I'm gonna try to see if we can set it up for next month.
Next month
for like July or something.
Yeah, y'all are making me nervous.
After we done filming, after we done.
We need to work on mouse. Right?
What?
Why y'all trying to like
what
get
are my
me
triggers?
hooked up?
What are my triggers?
Wait, what? No,
We should be focused on Mel. Listen, Mel has a lot of healing to do. We already learned that the last few episodes, right? Yeah, we do. Like everybody agrees with me on this one.
Wait, what are my triggers? What's going on?
And
I'm a
Phil,
goofball.
Excuse me. You're a what?
I said I'm a goofball.
listen, that's usually like, I'm a goofball too, but typically that comes from like,
It comes from pain.
Yeah.
Are you a goofball?
Mask.
Nervous goofball or
me? Am I nervous? I'm a goofball 100% no matter like
what.
okay, so it depends. That's true that I'm like there's a certain type of like goof in me that you see it. You guys see it here all the time.
Not me.
But like I have a goofball part of me that doesn't come out unless I'm like really comfortable with
when
you.
I get nervous, I'm it's just.
Oh no, I don't think I get nervous like that. Honestly,
when I get nervous, it's just like fuck.
I'm such a goof.
really.
I will.
I don't
Yeah.
no.
For me, it was when I get too nervous. When I get too nervous.
I don't think there's a lot of situations that make me nervous.
There's got to be.
I mean, I'm telling you, there's not a lot of situations that make me nervous.
So you tell.
I'm really good with change.
Okay.
You said that people fear change. I'm really good with change.
You're good with change.
I'm
No,
very
some people
good.
do.
I'm very
Some
adaptable.
people don't. Some people don't like change at all.
No, I know.
A
But
lot
you
of
said
people-
everybody, so I was like, that's not me.
Well, let's just say 75%.
No, yeah, no, I would agree with you. That's a lot.
Don't like
I'm just saying it's not
change.
me.
Okay. So you say when we do that dating game, you think you're not gonna be nervous? You're gonna be nervous as fuck.
I'm not going to be nervous
Ooh.
at all.
Wind this back because she said she's not
Dating
gonna
doesn't make me nervous. I've been on first dates and I wasn't nervous.
These questions are gonna.
Well,
be,
can we live stream the first?
Yes,
date?
it's gonna be on the podcast.
No,
What?
you didn't let me finish.
What?
After she picks her person, Can we live stream the first date?
Ooh, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
First date is the
Look
show.
at her. She's already
Yo,
look.
I'm not, it's,
You see it? She said she's not nervous. And look at her.
it's not that I'm nervous. Y'all, I'm currently dating, so like,
Yeah, you're not
I feel
exclusive?
like
You're not exclusive.
I mean,
Exactly. You're not exclusive. Nah,
I am.
Just because you touch genitals doesn't mean you're exclusive.
Who said all that though? Hold on.
We're adults here.
Yo,
We're adults here. Just because you touch genitals doesn't mean you're exclusive.
What makes you exclusive? That's a
Yeah.
good question.
You have to change your status on Facebook.
yeah.
I'm never on Facebook. I'm never even on Facebook.
So then you are not exclusive.
You're not exclusive. You still single, just dating.
When you can
Facebook?
date.
Just dating. You just dating. So can you claim somebody right? Can you claim somebody right now at this moment? You look in that camera. Can you
Yeah,
claim?
wait. You gotta
can
state the
claim-
date. You have to
can
state the date.
can
It
you claim
is
them?
June 26th,
Look at her face.
2024.
Wait, but what are you asking? Can I claim them?
Are you off
No,
the market?
Are you off the market?
State the date and time, please. Your name, date,
No,
and time.
look. She's taking too long to
My
answer.
name is Chris. I'm not off. I'm not on the market because I want to be, or off the market. Well, I don't even know how to say it. It's a slow process,
Okay,
y'all.
it's a slow process, so that means you still on the market. It's a slow process.
I'm
You
not
still-
actively on the market. Let's just say that I'm not actively on
She
the
not
market.
she not on display, but she in the back.
I'm not. Nobody's bought me yet. Is that what you're trying to say? Like I feel objectified right now.
You in the market.
Okay.
She just
No,
not on display.
I want to know what exclusivity is in your eyes. I believe
Exclu-
I'm exclusive right now, but I'm not like
Okay, so in your eyes, how are you exclusive?
because I'm not actively dating other people.
So
But
you
they
Like
could
I'm
be.
getting to know this one person.
But they could be if
So
they
that
are. Could
doesn't
you be
mean-
upset?
that doesn't
Would
mean
I be what?
Upset if they still are
Dating other people?
because you're not exclusive. You know, you're not.
Right.
together.
I wouldn't be upset if we
So then-
talked about it, and we have. So
you have that. It's okay for that person to.
we've already established where.
So
we
then
are
y'all both
there.
still single then. So yeah, both not on the. Mira, we listen. We next month we doing this game.
Why? Because y'all want to make sure I'm exclusive with somebody.
Next month. we just can we
In
like,
my opinion, I'm exclusive.
like Phil said. Like,
What was that sound effect? Hold up. Sound like a whole pail.
So can we?
Okay.
I'm pretty good at that, right?
Can we film
Are you
the
now?
first? Can we
You sound
film
like
the
a
first
woman?
date? Can we film the first date?
You can do what you want.
Oh, look,
I don't get nervous. Again, I don't get nervous. I'm the
we
only-
about to film. Yeah.
Is that more you, Phil? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, so you guys heard it. We're gonna do it next month, and then we're gonna film the first date. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Okay.
And then you can also do it with me. Phil, well, Phil's not Phil, yeah, okay.
Leave me alone.
What am I doing? Wait, I'm so confused.
No,
So,
he started doing
well-
a dating show with him.
Yeah, so
Oh,
Amber is available.
Amber's
single.
available.
Ooh.
Amber's single.
Oh shit.
Who's Amber?
I don't know, but I'm just
Okay.
saying if you live in Florida, you could and you come to the studio, you could be one
On the
contestant.
dating game.
Yeah, you could be one contestant. Just let us know. Let us know. Let us know. I will put your name down.
Kaylin, you single?
He's
What do
like,
Kaylin is single.
Kaylin's single.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kaylin's single.
Kaylin's a buff Asian guy. So
And
yeah.
he's a photographer. He does great pictures. So
Yeah,
if
that's
you
pretty cool,
if you
actually.
need if you need new photo shoots, guess what? You got him.
Did you say nude or new?
I mean, he
said
does those
no.
too. He does those too.
New. N-E-W.
I-
Enunciate,
What-
Kaylin, what's your
please.
website?
Did you see? Look at you. You thought you said
Listen, I just said enunciate. You over there.
Kaylin, what's your website? What is it? Go to KaylinHerb.com.
yes.
Is Herb your last name? Oh, okay, cool. I thought you liked herbs, and I was like, me too. I was gonna be a nerd real quick.
Yeah, because when you say
I am. Wait, no, like that
What?
herb too, but like an herbalist. Like that's my shit.
Amber said tall,
Like
dark,
herbalism.
handsome, and Christian.
Tall, dark, handsome, and Christian. Well, I'm not tall. I'm dark.
Well,
I'm beautiful.
Well, she said
so.
straight. So
Oh, she's straight.
Oh,
Dito.
she's straight.
That's fine,
Okay.
honey. You do you, baby.
You do.
I hope you find him too. Tall, dark, handsome, and Christian. Yep.
Facts. We gonna do that game, but we about to. we had a great fucking
did.
show. You know, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Please share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your grandma. You know, we're gonna be doing a lot of.
This might be a little crazy for grandma. Just
Yeah.
saying.
What, man? There's a lot of grandmas out there that they still be dropping it at 70 and shit.
I mean, that's gonna be me, but you know.
yo, I know a 60-year-old grandma. And she
For
bad.
show.
She bad as
For
fuck.
show.
She bad as
Age
fuck.
ain't gonna stop me.
I know one that's 61 and she's bad as hell. So age don't matter.
Age ain't nothing but a number, baby. I plan on living.
Factamundo. So Philly, can you play?
Yep, I already got it playing. So.
You already got it playing, cause you know. All right. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time in 2 weeks. Here's Padded Rooms by Benny Buttons off new album. No pages left. Let's go.
Oh, wrong button.
Wrong.
We need a resolution.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm losing, we losing, cause ain't no one gonna win this. We need to unite, maybe take turns and right, cause if not, I'm drinking. And if I'm drinking, then you're drinking. And if you're drinking, then he drinking. And it's gonna be a drunk season. We don't need no more reasons. Real shit. Think of the children, stay 10 toes down. Hold each other down. I'm John. Yo, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm John. Hey, yo, you invited him though? I'm John. Nah, but he got a point, right? Yeah, I'm John. Alright, nigga, you done. Y'all need to figure this shit out. You know what though? On some G shit, maybe he right. Maybe we need to understand and figure out how we can make this shit work. Yo, I'm with it. I'm with it. But, you know, you take certain days, I take other days. You know what I'm saying? And maybe some days we split. And don't invite that nigga no more. Bet. Nigga, that's what the fuck I'm saying, cause he be out here preaching like, the fuck?